Governor Kisumu County, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, Governor of Kakamega County, our dear friend Bwana Oparanya, Cabinet Secretaries present, CDF, VCDF, service commanders, general officers, both serving and retired, senior officers, representatives of Damen shipyards from Netherlands, friends, ladies and gentlemen. This is once again another momentous occasion for our nation as we are here to witness the flotation of MV Uhuru 2, a historic feat in the construction of a wagon ferry whose keel I laid in May of last year. On this occasion, we are also blessed to be commissioning the Kisumu shipyard, which is the culmination of dedicated hard work and from commitment by the government and its partners, led by Damen. I can't pronounce your second name, so forgive me, of Netherlands. Today's commissioning comes hot on the heels of successfully commissioning the Mombasa Slipway at the Kenya Navy base in Mutongwe in December of last year, which has already begun the work to refit for the first time a Navy vessel in Kenya, this being Kenya Navy ship Shupavu, and already this work is continuing, and I am informed is actually ahead of schedule. And so therefore this shipyard here in Kisumu will have the capacity to construct, to refit, to convert, repair, and maintain ships, but also to undertake maritime services within the Lake Victoria region and other inland water bodies. Additionally, the operationalization of this facility will create businesses as well as job opportunities for hundreds of thousands of people through growth of primary and ancillary manufacturing industries, improved transport and safety on the lake, and enhanced intermodular transport, but more so will boost our fishing, our tourism, and other economic activities in the Lake Basin region. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya Shipyard's limited role in the development of our blue economy is set to attract foreign direct investment, but also to direct domestic investments in the long run. Its catalytic effect will trigger growth of ancillary and support industries and businesses that will have a cascading effect across the whole of the national economy. And indeed, it is worth emphasizing that shipbuilding activities will have a broader impact on the economy. Not only will they provide maritime asset capabilities, technologies, and skills for blue economy players in fisheries, maritime transport, extractive resources, marine and renewable energy, tourism, as well as improve marine security. Equally important is to note that having commissioned the Kenya Shipyards Limited in May 2021 and having rehabilitated the Nakuru-Kisumu meter gauge railway line, integrated transport network involving rail, road, air, and lake will now be enhanced for the benefits of the citizens not just of Kenya, but of the entire region. Indeed, soon as a country, and as a result of our growing efforts in infrastructure development, as well as in the development of industries such as shipbuilding, the increase in housing, backward linkages are already being created. For in a few months, we will be commissioning a steel manufacturing plant in Mombasa that has been triggered by the demand for steel products in various industries, such as the one we are here to celebrate today. Consequently also, agricultural produce and other goods from upcountry will find a reliable and cost-effective mode of transport to markets in Nairobi, Mombasa, and beyond. But what is most gratifying to me is that as I have watched these works develop, what has impressed me most is the number of young Kenyans, men and women, who have been empowered through acquisition of critical skills in shipbuilding. Furthermore, knowledge transfer is being implemented through internship programs and hands-on job training throughout the construction phase of the vessel that we see to my left, but also with the upgrading of this Kisumu shipyard. Indeed, the mainstreaming of our young people into the national economic agenda has been a key plank to my administration's development plan, as envisioned in our Vision 2030, but also in our Big Four agenda. So therefore today, I would urge the county governments in the Lake region to begin to draw up strategies and take advantage of the economic opportunities spawned by the Kisumu shipyard. And by so doing, it will be possible to unlock the enormous business potential that abounds within the Lake Victoria Basin and other inland waters, to create more employment and empowerment opportunities for our youth, our women, for them to generate revenue not only for themselves, but both for the national government as well as county governments. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya, like any other country in East Africa, has a stake in Lake Victoria as well as other water bodies. And Kenya will continue to cooperate with all our partners in the East African community and other stakeholders to sustainably exploit the natural resources available within our maritime borders for the benefit of our people. With the availability of these facilities, both here at Kisumu and also in Mombasa, I urge Kenyans and East Africans to utilize them, not just to repair, maintain, and service their boats, but also to construct new vessels and boats here locally. But I also challenge the Kenya Shipyards Limited to look beyond Kenya's borders and tap into the growing regional market in shipbuilding, but also with our partners like Damen and others to look outside our region for new markets. And towards that end, and I want to thank the Ministry of Trade and the Ministry or the Treasury, the National Treasury, for the works that they have done to ensure that the costs of doing business both in this Kisumu port and in Mombasa are reduced through facilitating the establishment of special economic zones for these two areas, so that we do have shipyards that are competitive and therefore able to do business not only in Kenya but also globally. So as we move to enhance the competitiveness of the Western region, another key factor of production, and more so in manufacturing, is the availability of reliable and affordable power. And in that regard, and in order to catalyze the development of Western Kenya through the reliable supply of electricity, I am also pleased to announce today that the proposed Solar One Limited plant at Kibos here in Kisumu has received all the requisite approvals by the government, and the project implementation can therefore commence immediately. This project is part of other ongoing reforms in the energy sector, which will position Kenya as not only a global leader in green energy, but also affordable energy. And I would like, in just the same way we have agreed with those who are from Solar One, Kenya can no longer afford to pay these high costs and high tariffs that some of our producers of electricity continue to demand from us. And we are going to change. Kenya must have a reduction in the cost of energy if we are to improve our competitiveness and ultimately be in a position to create opportunities for our young people for employment. When this particular project is completed, Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, this will therefore make Kisumu truly the first Kenyan green city, and that in itself is laudable. Hongera. So as I conclude, I join the CDF in lauding the good work done by all stakeholders who have worked tirelessly to make Kenya Shipyards Limited a reality. I want to in particular thank Brigadier Otieno, wherever he is. Asante sana, Brigadier. I want to thank Colonel Mudhungu, wherever he is. Huyo ndio tulikuwa tunapambana kupiga nyoka hapa, na vijana wa NYS na wazee wengine alileta kutoka Mombasa. Asanteni sana kwa kazi nzuri. Well done. All the young men and women from NYS, without whose hard work and effort we would not be here today. I want to thank the entire KDF fraternity. I want to thank our strategic partners, and here in particular Damen and their representatives. It has been a great pleasure working with you. Asante sana, we are very grateful. But also all other stakeholders who have harnessed their time and energy and expertise to make this day a reality. Kwa hivyo mimi sitaki kusema zaidi ya hapo isipokuwa kusema You know, you can dream, but dreams can also turn into a reality. The impossible is possible, but not while you're sleeping. To make a dream a reality, you have to wake up in the morning and get to work and put in the effort that it requires to turn those dreams into reality. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing that is impossible. Impossible is only a factor of the mind. If we can dedicate ourselves to create a peaceful country, a united country, a country that can focus on its development plans and agenda, there is no reason why this country cannot be a successful economic powerhouse, not only in our region, in our continent, but also globally. But ladies and gentlemen, that is a factor of how we think. Because if you think badly about yourself, if you think negatively about yourself, if you only see good in what others do, then you will never wake up from your slumber. But if you see the possibility and you seek the opportunity, there is nothing that you cannot achieve. You know, some people keep saying, sijui kuna mambo kama hii ni siku mzuri, sitaki kuongea mambo mingi, lakini ni mzuri kutaja tu kitu kidogo tu, because you know, last night I had the opportunity through my sister here, Betty Minor. As much as I was tired and I felt maybe I can go another day, she insisted, I think you would be happy to see. And we went to a factory owned by a young Kenyan lady who I met some years back. And she was amongst a group of people who had come, and we were trying to persuade them that as a country, you know, we should move from this business of mitumba. She was a mitumba trader, and we want to move from that to be manufacturing, not just buying and selling. Yeah, we don't castigate the business, you know, people do business to survive. But we said, you know, imagine how wonderful it would be if rather than becoming importers of used clothes, imagine if we could make those clothes here. Well, many didn't take the point I was trying to drive at, but this young lady did. And she strived and worked hard. And last night I had the opportunity to go and open, and she really wanted me to come and open a facility that she has developed here in Kisumu. A facility that is magnificent, and she's starting already. She's stitching t-shirts and doing other things. And when I was talking to her before, she was an employer, I think, of 3 or 4 people. She has just started her facility less than a few months ago, a month. She now has 150 employees from 3. 150 people. And her target is by December, she will be an employer of 3,000 people. Now, whereas I have no problem with hustling, it must be as a step towards something that is greater. But when you want to limit yourself to thinking everybody else is bad and something, and promoting a culture and a way of thinking that does not encourage I think you're taking this country down the wrong lane. If we want to develop a wealthy nation is determined not by how many wealthy people you have, not by how much money you have, but how much wealth you create as a nation, how many jobs you create as a nation, how many young men and women you have employed. That young lady now previously was employing casuals. Now she is employing people who are permanent and pensionable. The fact now that they have a steady job, what does that mean? That means that that person can acquire a mortgage to buy his or her own home as opposed to renting. So you've promoted that person to be a homeowner. What does it mean? That person now has the capacity to look towards a future and build a pension plan that can sustain him or her in their old age. Jameni, hiyo ndio njia ya kujenga nchi tajiri. Lakini anyway, one day mtaona vile nitasema tu, lakini please let us be focused. Let us be focused. My hope and prayer is that this shipyard will eventually be employing thousands of young men and women who will be skilled. And you guys at Daman, I hear you are trying to poach some of our guys. Be careful, man. We want them here. And if you poach them, you better pay us a lot of money. Yeah? Because we want them here. We want them to be able to translate those skills. We want to build this industry here. And we want you to bring your ships and we build them here even for other countries. Because I think you have seen that our young people have the great expertise, they have the capacity, they have the commitment. Let us do it together, let us work together, let us build a brighter, better Kenya for each and every citizen, so that we can all say that we are proud to be citizens of a country where we all share equally in its wealth and heritage. Once again, congratulations, and I look forward to the day we can come and witness the commissioning of this vessel as she starts her journey in the service of Kenya and her people. Asanteni sana.